Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So I watched the interview with Tekashi 6ix9ine on the Breakfast Club, and it's disturbing. And you know why it's disturbing? Biggie was killed. Pac was killed. Master P beat up Pimp C. What else? Tupac was shot. You know, the list goes on and on and on and on. Recently in LA on Hollywood and Highland Boulevard, I forget the rapper's name, but he was shot at. Bobby Smurder, is it Bobby Smurder? He's in jail right now fighting the case. Tax Stone is fighting the case. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, that gangster lifestyle is for the birds, man. I was fortunate enough where I was around Master P for 2 years. I would say I trained Lil Rome for 2 years, so I was around Master P for 2 years. I'm not around Master P every day, but I was literally around Lil Rome every day. You know, coming to my house, hanging out. I was basically like his mentor for 2 years, right? Going into USC and his first 2 years at USC, right? And so I was fortunate enough to hear some stories, and I learned their hustle, right? And it's a beautiful thing when you can transfer the hustle into making real money. And I'm just gonna say, Tekashi 6ix9ine, you have this world warped where you're thinking you're untouchable, and no one can get a hold of you. Let me tell you something. If Biggie can get killed, Pac can get killed, you're not untouchable. You know, you got people doing 10 years in solitary confinement for things that you're bragging and boasting about how tough you are. I don't know how big you are. I personally don't care how big you are, how strong you are, what ethnicity you are. But you're setting your whole squad up for failure. Your best friend can get killed. Your mom can get killed. Your daughter can get kidnapped. Your daughter can get bullied in grade school. You know what I mean? Saying people can say you're hijacking the culture. I don't know. I'm not necessarily into that. The reason why I'm so strong on topics like this is because it reminds me of my cousins. It reminds me of the people I grew up around with. It reminds me of people who got shot. It reminds me of people who are actually doing the killings. And I know that there are people that's going to listen to my voice and be inspired and or encouraged. That may stop them from doing. It's Friday night. It may stop them tonight from doing something that they had planned on doing all week. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think it's unfruitful, unwise to glorify this lifestyle. Now, as I told you guys before, I was the cornball. I was a little cousin. And honestly, when I look back at hindsight, they were protecting me low key. I got cousins. I got Curtis and Shavard, brothers, man. Respectively, did 23 years. Not respectively, but they did 23 years in the pen, man. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit, man. Man, like heavy in the game, like moving major. Man, I can't talk about it, and I was that little cousin. Now I'm not saying that I'm Mr. Innocent, but I wasn't knee deep in it. I was the guy who just wanted to hang out with his cousin, with his big cousin. I wasn't the guy who was like, let me go beat up this dude, let me go do X, Y, Z. No, you know. I've seen what goes on. I understand what goes on, and it gets to a certain point where we all got to be better men. We all got to be greater men. We all got to be great mentors. We all got to be great mentees. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll use me as an example, right? I have an outstanding balance in the hood right now, $8,500. Right? He paid me $1,500. It's been a year, right? I haven't done anything. Now he's from a gang, right? He's from a gang. Well, let's digress. I knocked the dude out, right? He owed me money. I walked up to him. He tried to play me for a fish, right? Because I'm that cornball dude, right? And I'll trust you leading up, but I don't do things without having my T's crossed and my I's dotted, right? And I'm not glorifying gang violence or nothing like that. But anyways, I had to be substantial about my money. This was last December. So I walked up to the dude, where's my money? Oh, blah, blah, blah. So I basically knocked the dude out. It was broken up, right? We all have mutual friends in boxing, outside of boxing. And I own property in his hood, right? But here's the genius, right? Everybody knows my intentions. He went back to his hood. Went back to his hood. I live in the, if I give the gang away. Anyways, I don't want to give the gang away, but everybody knows the gang. And so I says, that he went back to his hood. Guess what happened? Nothing happened to me because they know my intentions. They know when I'm in their hood, I respect them. All I ask is that they don't put graffiti on my property. If they standing in front of the liquor store, I throw them bags of chips, Arizona iced teas. I'm not belittling. I'm just saying I respect. Like you guys call it checking in. I'm calling respecting their neighborhood because when the sun sets, I go to my home with my kids and my family, and they do what they got to do. And so at the end of the day, we have to respect. Now the reason why I'm not pressing, he paid me $1,500 of the $10,000. The reason why I'm not pressing, because he's created an avenue where I can develop a stronger relationship with his allies. Because you never kill the help, right? And so now I have a stronger team. I have a stronger team because of this. Now I can go get my money or get some collateral. I know where the man lives, and he can't go back to his gang because I've developed stronger and stronger allies. Now, because I own a property in their neighborhood, I believe I can make more money by developing relationships with them. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna tell you guys, like for real. I'm not no big gangster. I'm not. I thrive on being intelligent, making the right decisions. The gangster lifestyle is not for everyone. There is no retirement plan for being a gangster. There is no retirement plan. You understand? And at the end of the day, we all have to be men about this situation. The stories I got from Rome and P, oh man, great stories that I will never ever repeat. I don't have the right to repeat them. I didn't live the story. I heard the story third person, hanging out with them. And it's just we have to become better men about this, man. And it's about time. I'm going to challenge JPrince, the game. I saw YG's video. You don't put a fire out with fire. All right, you guys are millionaires, right? You guys are multi-millionaires, and you guys need to teach these people how you became and sustained and grew your multi-million-dollar empire. Okay, I got my kids playing in the background. And this video was pressing me. I had to get it out. I tried to wait till it's almost nap time in like 45 minutes, but I just had to get this video out. But we have to. And don't sugarcoat it by saying he's what do you call it? Culture vulturing? No, man. We all got to become men. It's the lack of men in our community that's allowing this stuff to happen. There's nothing right about this. His friend is going to get robbed. His friend is going to go to the Bronx and get robbed. His friend is going to go to Harlem and get robbed, get stabbed, get shot, get murdered. You understand what I'm saying? The internet never loses, man. You know what I mean? The guy Treyway, he speaks calm. He seems like he has a great understanding than Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's time for him to step up to the plate and do what he's supposed to be doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't like violence at all. Like that's like the last thing that I genuinely want, like in my life. Like for real. Like I'll be candidly honest. I'll be honest with you guys. When I knocked the dude out, I knew he was going back to his game. I knew it 100%. I knew he was going back to get his gangs. I knew. And so what I had to get on the phone. I had to get on the phone and beat him to it. And then come to find out, oh, Fred's a good dude. Fred's a businessman. Fred's a cornball. He owns the building 2 buildings down from where we do what we do. So I mean, I'm in the hood every day. You understand? But I felt there was something sick. There was something sick about me. I'm doing a video.
So Kennedy might poop or pee pee.
Okay, I'll take care of it. And but there's something sick about it. And as you guys hear my son, I have a legacy to protect and provide for. And I think we need to be more concerned with that. That gangster lifestyle is for the bird. YG was just shot in the studio. I would say less than a year and a half ago. I'm not a blood. I'm not a Crip. I don't even... You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, man, we all gotta... You know, I just want to be an ally. I want to be a voice of reason for all of us. Violent should be the 4th option. Violent, thank you. Violent should be the 3rd or 4th option. Okay.
If you pick it, it will hurt.
Okay, I'll cut it with a nail clipper. Give me a second. Let me finish this video. And so at the end of the day, we have to learn to become our brother's keeper. We have to understand that there's no retirement plan being a Crip, being a Vice Lord, being a Blood, being a Latin disciple, you know, being a part of the 13 gang if you're Latino. There's no retirement plan. You understand what I'm saying? And I'll be honest with you, I can fight my ass off, but I know I can't beat up everybody. You guys have seen me in the gym on my Instagram feed. I can fight. But how about if I'm going to fight this motherfucker? How about, I can't curse. How about if I'm going to fight this dude? He looks like a square, like me, but he does MMA. I hit heavy bags and speed bags, and you know what I mean? I don't get on the ground and grapple, and you understand what I'm saying? So you just never know what you're being up against. And at the end of the day, we got to use intellect. And I'm not one, like, I know I'm telling a story about me fighting another guy, but I'm not one for violence, man. And at the end of the day, I don't know if this is going to end well for this kid. And there's a 17-year-old kid out there right now in South Central Harlem, South Side of Chicago, thinking about hitting the lick tonight. He knows it's payday Friday, and he's thinking about hitting the lick. A jewelry store, some old lady that he knows lives by herself. He can catch her in the hallway where there's no one around. There's no video evidence of him. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, we got to be more diligent, man. Let's love one another, man. You know what I mean? Fighting should be our 4th option. Fighting literally should be our 4th option, man. And that's all I have to say, man. I'll probably come back to this video again when I can really, really talk and let my hair down. I have no hair, but, you know, I got my 2 kids in the room with me, so this is a PG video. But, man, anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to subscribe. There's always someone bigger and badder than you. Always. Always some bigger and bad. Always. 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 You know what I mean? And I've lost a lot of times. I've won a lot of times, too. But I think long-term investments is better than short-term investments. I haven't pressed him for my $8,500 is because I'm developing relationships with his ally. Now, I'm not going to be a fool and say cash rules everything around me for the most part. Cream, got it, you know what I mean? But I know they're not like true allies of me. But when he made the call and when I made the call, you know what saved me? The respect that they have for me, my integrity. I go through the hood every day in my Honda Civic, right? Sweeping properties, shaking people's hands like a politician, shaking hands, kissing babies. If there's a person 2 gates down from me, I go say hello to him. Say, hey, what's up, man? I say, yeah, you know, I own the property, man. I'm just trying to put my kids through college. You know, you don't want to. You just want to. You're a hard-working man with integrity. That's what saved me. All right? So I'm trying to tell you, long money is more powerful than short money. All right? And so I just want to say, man, Anyways, man, I'm going. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to subscribe. I'll come back with another video probably later and delve into this further, man. But let's value one another, man. Barbershop Conversations. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.